Wonders of Grace. Martha Ellingham. Her parents were neither of them pious. She lived in Clone, Suffolk, and was in Sunday school where Mr. Spurgeon's grandfather was pastor. She came up to London at 16 years of age, lived a worldly life. At 19, married a wicked man, used sometimes to attend amongst the Wesleyans who urged her to the Lord's table, at which she felt frightened. Curiosity led her to hear Mr. Spurgeon at the music hall. She heard the sermon on the faith of Rahab, which pleased her and induced her to continue coming. But the sermon on "Surely I know it shall be well with them that fear God" was that which led her to see herself as a poor condemned sinner, and to cry out to God for mercy. She feels Christ loves her and died to redeem her, and now she loves him. She appears to have a very feeble degree of divine light, but I trust she sees men as trees walking. Mark 8:24. I recommended her to read daily and prayerfully the 3rd chapter of John's Gospel and see me again. Signed, George Moon. Then he adds a subsequent entry. Saw her again, says she has read the 3rd chapter of John and hopes that through the blood of Christ applied to her soul by the Holy Spirit, she is born again. She came to the Monday evening prayer meeting in deep distress, but was much relieved by having one of the brethren pray for poor sinners, feeling she herself was the very sinner. Attends a Saturday evening prayer meeting, felt very much under an address given there from the words, "Examine yourself." Gave her a card. Excuse me. William May is the son of Brother May, was impressed from early age with sense of the need of religion, and under those feelings used to attend the house of God on Sabbath days, but having been induced to go to New Park Street to hear Mr. Spurgeon, the first sermon, which was upon the canopy of heaven, made a great impression and induced him to attend the next Sabbath morning at the music hall, which he thinks was a call to the unconverted, which produced the impression that up to that time all had been wrong. And indeed he had wasted his time, and went home very sad. Could not explain to anyone what he felt, but was greatly exercised on account of the great sinfulness he discovered. He had been in the habit of deceiving his customers behind his employer's counter, but now he felt he could not pursue that course, felt great compunction of conscience for what he had done, and would gladly have restored what he had wrongfully got of them. Believes that he is regenerated by the Spirit of God, or he could never have looked to Christ. Trusts entirely to the blood of Christ for salvation. I was much pleased with this young man. Believe him to be sincere and well informed, having a good religious training. Gave him a card. Signed, J.M. Ward. To God be the glory.